Capricorns, pay attention. October 25th is a day of increased turbulence in career. Astrological aspect creates danger for your professional growth. Learn how to avoid pitfalls and save your position. Dear Capricorns, tireless workers and purposeful conquerors of peaks. You, more than anyone else, know the value of hard work and dedication. Your ambition and aspiration for success are admirable. Stable and brilliant career is an important brick in the foundation of your life, the basis of your confidence in the future. You have worked so hard to build your reputation, moving step by step towards your cherished goals. However, the stars warn, October 25th may suddenly disrupt the usual course of things and create unexpected obstacles on your career path. On this day, a special astrological aspect creates a tense atmosphere that can negatively affect your professional achievements. Do not be frightened, dear Capricorns, forewarned is forearmed. Let's understand together what exactly the dangers of this day and how to avoid them in order to keep your position and continue moving forward to success. Mars and Saturn square, a test of strength for Capricorns. On October 25th, an exciting but intense cosmic spectacle will play out in the celestial arena, the square of Mars and Saturn. To fully realize the gravity of this event, imagine two titans, two planetary giants in irreconcilable opposition. On one side is blazing Mars, god of war and romance, patron of energy, action, courage and ambition. He pushes us to take decisive steps, to fight for our goals, to show initiative and leadership qualities. On the other side is stern Saturn, guardian of time and karma, patron of discipline, limitations, hard work and responsibility. He urges us to be patient, to plan carefully, to follow rules and fulfill commitments. Their energies collide at a 90-degree angle, creating a powerful voltage in outer space, like invisible electrical discharges. These discharges reach the Earth and affect us all, but they have a particularly strong effect on practical and goal-oriented Capricorns, whose ruling planet is Saturn. How this aspect affects Capricorns in general. You, dear Capricorns, are known for your unwavering willpower, responsibility, and ability to keep your emotions under iron control. However, even your legendary stamina will be severely tested during the Mars-Saturn square. Internal tension will build like steam in a closed cauldron, threatening unexpected outbursts of irritability and impulsiveness. You will find it difficult to restrain your emotions, and you risk saying or doing things that you will later regret bitterly. Be extremely careful in your words and actions, because now is not the time for spontaneous decisions and harsh statements. Your main task is to keep cool and do not let emotions overwhelm the mind like a tsunami. Only in this way you will be able to pass this test with honor and minimal losses. Impact on career. Difficulties in communicating with superiors and colleagues. Imagine a working atmosphere electrified by the tension of the quadrature, like storm clouds before the storm. In such an environment, even the most minor misunderstanding can escalate into a serious conflict, like a spark falling on dry grass. You may face unexpected displeasure from your superiors, who may feel that you are not working fast enough or efficiently enough. Or get into a heated altercation with colleagues because of disagreements on work issues. In this period it is extremely important to show maximum patience, diplomacy, and the ability to find compromises. Do not let emotions take over, otherwise you risk destroying established working relationships and damage your reputation. Risk making mistakes due to haste and inattention. The energy of Mars will constantly push you to act quickly and decisively, like an impatient driver pressing the gas pedal. But Saturn will inexorably insist on thoroughness and attention to detail, like a strict teacher checking every line in your notebook. In this battle of opposites, it's easy to make a mistake that could cost you dearly and set you back on the road to your goals. Therefore, double-check all documents, carefully perform tasks and do not rush to conclusions, like a sapper demoning a minefield. Possible provocations from competitors or ill-wishers. Your professional successes and ambitious plans, like a bright light, can attract the attention of not only admiring admirers, but also envious ill-wishers. And it's when Mars and Saturn square each other that they may decide to seize the moment to stab you in the back, tarnish your reputation, or put sticks in the wheels of your career. Be vigilant and don't fall for their provocations like an experienced fighter who knows how to dodge their opponent's blows. Don't get into pointless arguments and don't share your plans with those you don't trust completely, as if you were keeping a secret treasure map. Danger of rash decisions that can negatively affect your reputation and further advancement. During this period it is extremely important to weigh every word and action, like a jeweler evaluating a precious stone. Do not make hasty decisions, especially if they concern your career and professional future. Carefully consider all the possible consequences, like a chess player thinking through his moves several steps ahead. Don't be afraid to seek advice from those you trust, like a ship's captain consulting with his crew before setting sail. Remember that your reputation is your most valuable asset, like a diamond to be cherished and protected. Examples of situations that may arise. An argument with your superiors over missed deadlines or disagreements over work issues. Imagine that despite your best efforts, you encounter unexpected difficulties and fail to complete a project on time. Or you have a fundamental disagreement with your superiors about your working methods or project strategy. In such a tense situation, it is important to remain calm and strive for constructive dialogue, like a diplomat negotiating with a foreign delegation. Don't let your emotions take over, otherwise a small dispute can escalate into a serious conflict that will damage your career and set you back a long way. Conflict with a coworker, escalating into open hostility. Mars and Saturn square each other like an evil wizard can exacerbate relations in the team, turning the working atmosphere into a battlefield. A small misunderstanding, an occasional harsh word or difference in opinion can be the trigger for a verbal altercation that will eventually escalate into a long and debilitating feud, like smoldering embers ready to burst into flames at any moment. Try not to give in to provocations, show tolerance and seek to resolve all conflicts peacefully, like a wise peacemaker, reconciling the warring parties. Unsuccessful project presentation due to technical failures or your own nervousness. You can spend days and nights preparing for an important presentation, putting all your knowledge, experience and creativity into it, like an artist writing his masterpiece. But at the most crucial moment, when the eyes of your bosses and colleagues are on you, you may encounter unforeseen technical problems. Your computer may crash, the screen may go out, the sound may go out. Or you may succumb to nerves and excitement, like a speaker speaking to a large audience for the first time. This can confuse you, make you forget the text and spoil the whole impression of your brilliant work. To avoid such a fiasco, it is important to think through a plan B in advance in case of unforeseen circumstances. Thoroughly check all equipment and work on your confidence and ability to control yourself in stressful situations. Receiving unwarranted criticism or accusations. Your competitors or detractors, like cunning foxes, may decide to take advantage of the tense atmosphere created by Mars square Saturn to smear you in the eyes of your superiors or colleagues and damage your sterling reputation. They may spread false information like weed seeds, make unfounded accusations like stones in your garden, or simply distort your words and actions like a crooked mirror. Be prepared to defend your honor and dignity, like a knight defending his lady of the heart. Don't be afraid to seek help from those you trust, and remember that truth and justice will always prevail. How to pass the test with honor and save your career. Tips for Capricorns on how to minimize the negative impact of the square. Dear Capricorns, even the strongest storm sooner or later subsides and the sun peeks out from behind the clouds again. The Mars-Saturn square is a temporary challenge that you can overcome with honor if you follow a few simple guidelines. Show maximum patience and restraint in communication. Imagine that you are a wise diplomat negotiating with a foreign delegation. Your task is to keep the peace and reach mutual understanding, even if your interlocutors behave aggressively or unreasonably. Take a deep breath, count to 10, and respond calmly and measuredly. Remember that your words can be misinterpreted, so be especially careful about what you say and how you say it. Check all documents and assignments carefully before handing them in. Imagine that you are an experienced deminer clearing a minefield. Each of your actions must be precise and well thought out, because a mistake can lead to fatal consequences. Carefully read all the documents you sign, and carefully check the completed tasks before handing them over to your superiors. Even the smallest oversight can be used against you by ill-wishers. Avoid conflict and provocation. Imagine that you are a wise philosopher observing the world from the outside. Do not interfere in other people's disputes and do not give in to provocations. If they try to drag you into a conflict, just step aside and don't participate in this game. You need your energy now for more important things. Do not make important decisions on this day. Imagine that you are the captain of a ship caught in a thick fog. You can't see the way and don't know where to go. In such a situation, it is better to stop and wait out the weather. Do not make important decisions related to your career when Mars and Saturn are square. Wait until the skies clear up and you can see further than your nose. Channel Mars energy in a constructive way. Imagine you are a blacksmith working with red-hot metal. You can use the fire to create something beautiful and useful, or you can burn yourself and harm yourself. Mars energy can be both destructive and creative. During the square period, it is important to channel it in the right direction. Take up sports, start a new project, devote time to self-development. This will help you relieve tension and avoid the negative consequences of the square. Dear Capricorns, remember that you have incredible fortitude and tenacity. You are real fighters, able to overcome any obstacles and achieve your goals. The Mars-Saturn square is just a temporary test that will make you even stronger and wiser. Believe in yourself, do not give up, and remember that behind the dark streak always comes a light one. Your diligence, discipline and responsibility will help you come out of this situation victorious and reach new heights in your career. Soon the sky will clear up and you will be able to continue your drive to success with renewed vigor and confidence.